Hey guys, so a little video update. It's been a while. Tesva and I have been going through a lot the last month and a half, which seems to coincide perfectly with the Venus retrograde that's happening right now. So yeah, we've entered the phase in our union where it's time to dig deeper. It's time to grow in love, awaken in love, deepen in love, rather than simply fall in love. And it's been one heck of a ride. We definitely anticipated that this would happen, but we could not have anticipated how intense it could be. Then again, we are both individuals that tend to go all in, all the time, all the way. We're not here to do anything half-hearted, half-baked, half-assed. So here we are. So what's happening on Earth right now, and for a lot of us, is that we're making the shift from 3D to 4D consciousness. We're making the shift from fear, from ego, to love, to higher self. We're making a lot of progress, in letting go of our old ways of doing things, our old way of being, of relating, of being in the world. And so when you are in a relationship, when you're in a soulmate relationship, if you're in a relationship and you have called in, healing and growth and expansion, and my guess is if you're seeing this, you have, whether it's consciously or subconsciously, then shit's about to get real. There's going to have to be a lot of purification and a lot of looking into your shadows, and everything needs to come up. If it doesn't come up, you cannot recognize it. You cannot say, oh, I see what's going on now for the first time in my life. And I'm willing to do things differently. And I say this with a lot of ease, but it's not easy. I've been crying, I've been screaming, I've been in a lot of despair. We've been wanting to give up at times. And I feel we're both incredibly blessed with a sense of faith, a kind of a knowingness that our higher self keeps whispering to us, like, this is exactly the point. This is not bad, this is good. This is the exactly the point where a lot of relationships end, whether that is after 4 weeks, 4 months, 4 years, 40 years. But in these days, time is becoming something else, and Tesfa and I were very aware that time is flexible, is malleable, and the way we do relating, we've been together now 5 months, and I can honestly say I've never gone so deep with anyone, not even in 5 years. And I've grown more in 5 months than I have on my own in, we're shifting into that kind of relationship right now. This is what we call awakened love, where through being in a relationship, you start to love yourself more. You start to learn to practice unconditional love rather than conditional love. This is what we call the hashtag awakened love. And this is where a lot of couples give up. And oh my God, it is so tempting. It is so tempting to give up, and I'm I'm not proud, yet also not ashamed to say I've yelled a few times like, this is it. I can't do this anymore. But the point is, we get triggered, we get so triggered. Literally all of our childhood conditioning, all of our childhood trauma and fear and coping mechanisms, defense mechanisms are coming up so strong. We've talked so much about our childhood. Love you, Mom. You know, we all come into this world already severely wounded. No one escapes the wound, the trauma of separation from source, from your true self. And then you're born into a family with parents who also did not escape this. So no matter how perfect your parents, your childhood, we all get wounded, we all get traumatized somewhere along the way. And that's when I've just been talking so much about our childhood. And I'm not someone who likes to, bring up the past and drag about the past, but it's been so vital for us and to recognize these things, not as an excuse, just to recognize them and sympathize with the other. And my gosh, we've been so vulnerable with each other. I'm someone who's pretty good at showing her emotions simply because I don't have a choice. Astrology really showed me that. After 30 years of trying to pretend that I have a choice or that I should, manage my emotions better, suppress them better. But regardless, I've never shown myself to anyone in the way that I have Taz, and where others have not just walked away, but ran away, and he's still here, he's a trooper, and same with him. I've seen him in tears, once or twice. When I managed to push him enough to look at, what was causing him pain or denial, and just having to go completely in his shadow side, which none of us want to do. We keep running, we keep hiding. And we are not in a relationship for that. We are here to say, show me what it is that needs to be looked at. Because we don't become conscious by pretending that we're conscious. We become conscious through acknowledging all the parts in us that are deeply unconscious. That's how you become conscious. By no longer running away, by no longer pretending you're spiritual. And so every time we get triggered, it's so tempting to be like, this person needs to change. Wow. Especially for us women, I think. At least for me. And this is where this beautiful saying comes in. You can be right or you can be free. The ego wants to be right. Your higher self wants you to be free because it knows you are free. So every time a trigger comes up, it becomes an opportunity. And sometimes it takes us a day, a week, a month to be like, surrender. Surrender, you cannot explain it into words. It's when you're truly down on your knees and you say to God, just take it. I don't care what happens. I don't want to get my way. I don't want to be right. I don't want to have my needs met.